welcome back to Virginia this morning. You know, it's tough to transition to a new job, so imagine how difficult it is to try to keep a job that keeps you on the clock 24/7. It's called parenthood.
LeMar Bowers, dad of 3, shares some of his helpful tips for new fathers. Good morning.
Good morning.
LeMar, good morning. Great to see you.
Great to be here.
Well, LeMar, let's say, we always hear about the maternal instincts kicking in. There are actually paternal instincts, so you just might have to drag them out a little bit, right?
Absolutely. Well, it's important that, dads become active fathers. Right. You know, once you get your confidence up, once you realize that you're capable of performing certain tasks surrounding taking care of the baby, it's home free from there. And so that's sort of what we do at Boot Camp for New Dads. We implement strategies. We give them information from real dads with real babies. And once the guys take a look at that, they see other guys maybe changing a diaper, or they see another guy maybe feeding a baby, or they see the guys using the common strategies of walking around the room and just doing whatever needs to be done to get, to keep that baby happy. And once they see that, it's like, hey, if they can do it, then I can do it. So it's wonderful.
And I love it. A big manly guy like you who looks like he belongs on the football field. And they get to see other guys with such a little creature.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of men are scared they're going to break them because they're so little, right? Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. The guys come in with all kinds of fears and anxieties and concerns. And a lot of it really comes from their socialization, whether it's through their childhood and what they experienced from their father, or maybe something that they saw on television, a media perspective on how men handle children. And in most cases, we're always shown as being totally oblivious and confused and screaming for mom or grandma or somebody to come in and help us out. When in actuality, that's not reality. And so it's really it's an interesting dynamic to see during the workshop. Is oftentimes I sit back and I actually tell the guys, hey, just stop and look at what's going on right now, and look at how calm the babies are, look at how comfortable they are, look at how content they are with being in the presence of their father. And not only that, but being in the presence of other men. Yeah. So it's wonderful, absolutely.
LeMar, take us through a typical boot camp experience when the guy first comes in there.
Well, when the guys first come in, I mentioned the anxieties. Well, a lot of times guys kind of have their hands clamped to their knees, or they're sitting like this, or they have their coffee and they're rocking back and forth, and it's
probably as nervous as it was in the maternity ward.
Absolutely. I mean, it's just obvious that there are all kinds of anxieties going on that's coming to the surface now. Before we begin the first hour, that's sort of what we see, and then after into the second hour, it becomes more intrigued that, wow, look at this, I can do this, I can really do this. And in the third hour, they're ready to go. They're ready to leave out that door and go through this journey with total confidence.
Change every
diaper and be at the doctor's appointment, support the mother, which is absolutely critical.
And you mentioned the magic moment. What are you talking about there, the magic moment?
Well, there was some profound research done by Sarah McClanahan. She's a researcher out of Princeton University, and they did a study on 3,600 fragile families, inner city, low income, high risk families, and what they found was that there's a critical moment at birth where guys are much more receptive to behavior change. And so, in other words, there's a window of opportunity.
When you got to get them.
You have to capture them at the onset, or during the birthing process, or at the time of birth. And that's sort of where Boot Camp for New Dads gleans its success from. And so, what they found was that a large percentage of the guys in the study were interested in their children, which is a myth that, these types of families, the guys from these types of families are not as interested. But they really are. They just don't have the resources. They just don't have the skills necessary, or, once again, the confidence to become productive fathers. And they also found a healthy relationship component that guys and parents in general are more receptive to whatever changes that need to take place surrounding their relationship. But they just need the skills, they need the confidence, and they need the resources to
take that
next step.
I imagine a lot of guys too, LeMar, were never exposed to that with their fathers.
Absolutely.
As you know,
we asked that question quite a bit. What was your father like? And the majority of the responses are either one of two things. It's either my dad was not there altogether, or my dad was there, but he worked a lot. So dads have always been seen in that role of, hey, we don't do the hands-on. That's mom's job. Well, we're in a different society right now. We have, in most cases, both parents working, and, you know, so there's always been a strong need for a dad, but now more than ever, absolutely.
LeMar, it's great to see you.
Boot camp for new dads. We'll put the info on the website,
Absolutely.
WTVR.com.
And there are no push-ups, too. All right.